Okay, so to set up for this wall sequence, you will want to take first set up for Viparita Karani, or legs up the wall. The easiest way to do that is to first bring either your right or left hip all the way up to the wall. Lie all the way down on your side, and then see if you can scooch even closer to the wall, bringing your right or left hip right up against the edge of the wall. And then swing both legs up and adjust as needed. And for this sequence, really you can do as short or as long as you'd like. I'm going to keep it pretty short today. Just be mindful when you do this, try to do the postures for equal amount of times on both sides. And now just start to bring your attention to your breath. I like to have both hands on my belly here. It helps bring your attention to the breath. It can be very grounding, which is nice after a long day. Try to very lightly press your tailbone down into the mat. So you're finding that slight curve to your low back. We'll take about 5 more breaths here. To move into the next posture, starting on the right side, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So do it either above your knee or below your knee. Flex your right foot. Press your tailbone lightly into the mat or the floor. And then start to slowly slide your left heel down the wall, bending your left knee in towards your chest until you start to feel a slight stretch outside of your right hip. Taking care to make sure the stretch is just uncomfortable, not painful. And breathe here. About 3 more breaths here. To come out of this, slowly start to straighten your left leg, and then straighten your right leg. And rest here for a few breaths. Noticing how your right leg feels in comparison to your left. And then moving on to the left side. Start to cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Again, try to do it above or below your knee, ideally below your knee. You can control how much you slide your heel down the wall and control the stretch that way. Flex your left foot. Press your tailbone lightly down into the mat. And then as you're ready, start to slide your right heel down the wall until you feel a stretch outside of your left hip. And then take a few breaths on this side. Try to keep your mind focused on your breath. Each time your mind wanders, as soon as you notice, just try to rein it back in. And we'll take 3 more breaths on this side. Begin to slide your right heel up the wall, straightening your right leg, straighten your left leg up the wall. And rest here for a few breaths. Noticing how both hips feel this time. And to move into the next posture, start to bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together, and then slide your heels down the wall. Knees press out to the side. Still try to press that tailbone lightly into the mat. You want to intensify the stretch a little bit. You can lightly press your hands against your inner thighs. And then just breathe here. Take 3 more breaths here. Begin to slowly slide your feet back up to the wall. And again, rest in Viparita Karani for a few breaths. And then we'll move into frog against the wall. So slide your feet down the wall until you can put the soles of your feet all the way against the wall. And then start to turn your big toes away from each other. Bring your hands to your inner thighs. And see if you can walk your knees a little and your feet a little bit further away from each other. Turning again your toes out. But try to take care that your toes and your knees are facing the same direction. Still press your tailbone lightly into the mat. And breathe here. And if you notice your thoughts begin to wander, bring them back to your breath. You can always count your breaths. That helps you stay focused. Take 3 to 5 more breaths here. You have the option to bring your hands to cactus arms if you'd like. And this would be very similar to goddess as far as the shape of the pose. Begin to come out of this. use your hands to actually, on the outside of your shins, to bring your legs back in towards each other. And then give yourself a hug. Bring your forehead towards your knees, grab your shins, the outer edge of your feet. And then release. So you can release into regular Savasana or come back to legs up the wall. Arms by your side, palms face up. Or both hands on your belly. We'll take one last final breath in together. Fill all the way up. Hold it at the top. Sip a little bit more air. Open your mouth, empty it out. Just melt into the floor. Come out of your Savasana. Slowly just bring tiny movements back into your body. Nothing big. Trying to still keep the body nice and down regulated. Bring your right arm up over your head. Very carefully bend your knees and roll to your right side. You can scooch a little bit away from the wall if necessary. Pause here for a moment or two. Rest your